What is going on?
Look, I would imagine they'll get it across the line. Otherwise, they're going to make themselves look relatively ridiculous. I don't think he really has a place to be at the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because if he hasn't agreed something, then and it hasn't been done, then really and truly, just because the cameras are there, you don't really need to wheel him out at that point. You need to wheel him out when it's done. And I think that was poor. And if there's any wrinkles in the agreement, then Eddie Howe now has the whip hand, because he clearly is the one that they want. And clearly, if they're going to make themselves look foolish by suddenly falling at this particular stall, they're going to look foolish.
Yeah.
But the time pressure is not as sensitive. There's no game this week. There's no game until Saturday week, is there? So these sides aren't going to be under huge pressure. They've got a lot of their players away on international duty. I'm not sure Newcastle will have, but they'll have a few away. No, that wasn't a snide comment.
What's your instinct on the appointment, first and foremost?
No, it doesn't. For me, listen, I know he did a decent job at Bournemouth, but it didn't excite me. It doesn't fill me with a great deal of confidence for Newcastle that they're going to dig themselves out of the pit that they're in, because they are in a difficult situation. It could have been made much better for them if they'd have got that goal that they thoroughly deserved in the last minute of the game, and that would have given them a little bit of a boost.
Only club now that hasn't got a win in the Premier League.
Yeah, but they're getting closer.
I personally find it strange in the fact that I like Eddie Howe, so he comes across well, and he did do a good job at Bournemouth, to consolidate them in the Premier League with the budget and the squad he had at the time. But when you look back,
I just want to get onto that for a second, because it comes straight to my mind. He buys players. Buys players like Jordan Ibe from your lot, Liverpool, for 20 million quid.
Yeah,
so you're going to give him your hands on a bigger kit.
Yeah.
Of
maybe they won't.
money.
Maybe the recruitment will be separate. But I was just going to say, Jim, just on that, the record of Bournemouth in the Premier League, they scored a lot of goals but conceded a hell of a lot every season.
Yeah,
played quite open. Good football, by the way. Good football to watch.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure Newcastle right now need an attacking coach who's going to be forward-thinking and trying to score lots of goals. That's why I suggested, when you put me on the spot a couple of weeks ago, a Roy Hodgson. And maybe he's too old, but that type. Somebody who's going to make them tenacious.
I even heard Roy get mentioned in the same breath as Norwich.
But
if he's a good coach, he must look back on his time at Bournemouth and go, I know where the problem was. The problem was that we had players that could score goals, and it outweighed the amount we conceded. The last season when we went down, we stopped scoring goals, but you conceded the same amount, and ultimately the disparity was clear.
Well, you'd hope.
If he's an evolving coach, if he's a coach that Newcastle are going to put on a 2.5-year contract, and during that period of time they must be wanting some level of upward movement, he's going to have to be a rounded coach, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he can't be a one-trick pony.
Talking about look back in his time at a football club, if he does go, I wonder how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would look back in his time at Manchester United. It'd be an interesting take on that.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.